You get a car. You get a car. You big ass van. You get a car. That's what they did to the people in their family, not the church family. If God knows where I'm going to be at 20 years from now, how does prayer change this thing? Man, I used to ask pastors and deacons and all that stuff all the time. If God knows where I'm going to be at 20 years from now, how does prayer change this thing? And nobody could answer that question for me, but I know the answer to it. It ain't the fact that it was going to change the whole situation. It was the fact that it could change your mindset. And, you know what I mean, even though you're going to know where you be at 20 years from now, maybe you can be better but in between, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. I was always thinking, like, if God knows what I'm going to be at 20 years from now, how does prayer change this thing? I was thinking that I pray, and instead of me going to the left, I'm going to go to the right. If I pray, instead of me going to the back, I'm going to go to the front. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if God knows what I'm going to be at 20 years from now, obviously the prayer is not going to change my destination. It's probably going to change the way I feel while I'm heading to it. That's the only thing I can think of. I could be wrong myself. I don't care. Well, I do care. Man, I used to go to church every Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because I was split between two grandmas. Hell. I remember there one church I went to in Columbia, South Carolina. I shouldn't say the name. I ain't gonna say the name. It was called Living Water Christian Outreach on Decker Boulevard. That was on. It was on Decker Boulevard. Living Water Christian Outreach on Decker Boulevard. This is a church I used to go to. Man, I remember we were praying, and the lady say she wanted everybody to pray in tongues. So I was thinking, okay, you know what I'm saying, that's what they do. But I got down in my chair and I started praying like I pray. Lord, I come to you as humble as I know how. I was praying like me. So when she came around, she said, baby, why you not praying in tongues? I thought that's something that come natural. She said, no, baby, I can teach you. Man, I'm good. I ain't never go back to that church after that. I ain't never go back. I ran away. That same church had a building fund, and they was raising money to get a new building. And that same church, once they met their goal with the building fund, you know what they did? You get a car. You get a car. You big ass van. You get a car. That's what they did to the people in their family, not the church family. I mean, the people in their family. They got cars with it. I was working with the guy. He was good. He was doing tile work. He was getting 10% of his money faithfully. So, if I ain't mistaken, he stopped going to the church. It was a lot of hypocrites there in a small church. I get a lot of hypocrites in a small church. But anyway, that didn't stop me from going to church. It made me think a little bit though. This next church I went to, I was in Sylvester, Georgia. Little country town. I was in Sylvester, Georgia. I really don't remember the name of this church. But this my first time that I seen that the deacons count the money while the pastor praying. You know what I mean? While he preaching. I ain't never seen that. But I was thinking there's a lot of money on that table though. So at they count, I guess they get to a point where they done counting. One pastor, he come up to the preacher. Yep. Whispered in the ear. So after that, deacon whispered in the pastor's ear. The pastor said, "This ain't enough. We gonna take up another offering." And them people got up and put some more money in their plate. Not me. I remember what my grandma told me. I touched their plate with 2 fingers. And I ain't never ever go back. But I ain't gonna lie, those 2 moments kind of like started dividing me a little more from church and their rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? My first time that I can remember being judged on the regular is when I started going to church to praise the Lord with the people. You know what I'm saying? Remember one time I was in a rush, but I was gonna make it to church. Came in some shorts and got judged, man. So I just start going. Half of the churches that you go to, y'all might as well come and listen to me pray. Y'all might as well come listen to me preach. Cause half of y'all pastors be talking about BS anyway, and y'all know that.